as they're making their way back on stage, and before we continue with the rest of the music for the evening, we've had some pretty big accomplishments happen here in the music program here at Laurel Park. So before we continue with the program, I want to take a moment to recognize those students who worked diligently in preparation for auditioned, and then made our all-area band. So if you would stand when I call your name to be recognized, and parents, please make sure they pick up their certificates before they leave this evening. So again, please stand to be recognized. Presley Atkins, Jocelyn Snow, Josiah Clifton, Felix Root, Natalie Becerra, Dakota Smith, Lily Tatoy, Mackenzie Coleman, Jonathan Amos, Tyson Moore, Caleb Sweeney, Kevin Velasquez, Daniel Smith, Brielle Eastep, Caleb Jones, Addison Wilson, Briggs Favero Wiley, Liam Davis, Jack Whitlow, Grim Tatoy, Keaton Jones, Parker Hines, James Hopkins, and Noah Hayes. You may be seated. So that's pretty outstanding. That's a pretty big group. Of those, prior to that, we had an event called All District Band, and we had several students make that as well. So if you stand one more time, Kevin Velasquez, Brielle Eastep, Mackenzie Coleman, Jocelyn Snow, Keaton Jones, and Daniel Smith. That's our all district members. Congratulations once again to these hardworking students. And I have one more group that I want to recognize. I want to take a moment to recognize a super important group of people. And these students, this is their last performance tonight. And so if you know me, my number one go-to is like tears. If I'm happy, I cry. If I'm sad, I cry. If I'm mad, I cry. So it makes me emotional to talk about them because I love them like they're my own. But our 8th grade band students, this is their last performance here at Laurel Park because they're moving on to bigger and better. So your dedication, hard work, and passion for music you have brought to this program is amazing. You're reaching a milestone, and as you embark on the next chapter, please remember the lessons, friendships, and memories made with the band and within the walls of Laurel Park itself. As you move up to high school, please carry with you kindness, patience, integrity, and determination. And I have no doubts at all that this 8th grade class is going to soar. How about another round of applause for our 8th grade band students?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Addison Wilson, and it is my honor to welcome you to our performance tonight. As middle school musicians, our journey often begins with individual practice, the solitary hours spent mastering a scale or perfecting a difficult rhythm. However, the true magic happens when we step into this rehearsal room together. Over the past semester, we have transitioned from a group of individual instrumentalists into a cohesive ensemble. We've learned that music requires more than just technical skill. It requires patience, disciplined listening, and a deep sense of collaboration. None of this would be possible without the vision and tireless dedication of our director, Ms. Harlow, and with the assistance of Mr. Lewis, the band director at Magna Vista High School. Beyond teaching us the mechanics of our instruments, they have challenged us to listen more closely, play more expressively, and strive for excellence in every measure. We are deeply grateful for their guidance in helping us find our collective voice. Tonight's program represents the accumulation of that hard work. We are incredibly grateful for your presence here tonight, as your support provides the final essential element of any performance, an audience.
Union March is titled after the North Carolina county of the same name. Please enjoy this designed as a festival march. Please enjoy.
Affirmation is a musical roller coaster with a sweeping melodies, rich in color, that radiates limitless energy and excitement. The work was originally written for the All-District Middle School Honors Band of Dallas, Texas, and was originally premiered in January of 2006.
Our next piece invites you into the heart of one of Earth's most mysterious and awe-inspiring ecosystems. The work evokes the majesty of towering trees, hum of unseen life, and the quiet, misty canopies dripping with rain. Rainforest captures the sense of wonder one feels when surrounded by nature's grandeur.
red comet from Earth is a rare, if not impossible, occurrence. In several popular TV series, seeing a red comet was an omen warning of the onset of war, heralding the new king, or even the birth of dragons. As viewed from Earth, comets in our solar system generally have a yellow-white body made of ions hail, made of charged particles which tend to glow with a blue tint. Most astronomers agree that a red comet would have a strange composition, different from any other known comet in our solar system. It would essentially be an interstellar comet. Our piece draws on this imagery and builds an intense and high-energy musical setting.
Stronger is a contemporary piece frequently heard on the radio performed by Kelly Clarkson. It is an upbeat reminder that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
The Terracotta Army of ancient China, dating from 210 BC, was an army of lifelike statues consisting of over 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, and 120 horses. By order of Emperor Huang, this massive artificial war machine was built from baked reddish clay called terracotta. Construction involved over 700,000 workers and took some odd 40 years to complete. The Terracotta Army had a dual purpose: to serve as a symbol of the Emperor's power and to guard him against his enemies in the afterlife. This piece is very rhythmic and ponderous in nature. The moments of plight of the workers and endless backbreaking labor rendered by them are represented by the percussion.
We now have one more very brief stage change. If you guys want to go ahead and if you would please exit. We're going to sit the same place that you were if you are not on the next piece. So go ahead and exit. So while we're doing this brief stage change, I want to preface this piece by saying it's been kind of the carrot I've dangled over the 8th grade heads for about 2 years now. When I first came to Laurel Park, I showed the students a few videos of pieces I've done in the past so they kind of understood what my expectations were and what fun we could have if we worked hard and together. The final piece for you this evening is titled My Shot. It is from Hamilton, and it does feature 2 guest vocalists, and it is a lot of fun. In fact, I'm going to step away and enjoy it from your side of things.
Only 19, but my mind is older. This new city should get colder. I told her every word rise up. It's time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up. It's time to take a shot. 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 Take a shot, shot. Hey, yo, it's time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot.
So much for joining us this evening and supporting our band program at Laurel Park Middle School. Your presence means a great deal to these students and to myself. We have worked very hard this semester to grow as musicians and performers. Concerts like this are about more than just music, remember. They're about dedication, teamwork, and the confidence that comes from sharing something meaningful with others. We are incredibly proud of the effort and progress you've seen here tonight. We also want to thank you again, families, school staff, and community members for your continued encouragement and support. It really makes a difference. We hope you enjoyed your performance and that you leave tonight with a sense of pride in what these young musicians have accomplished. Have a wonderful evening, be safe getting home, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.